everyone, my name is Maddie White, and today I will be presenting my persuasive speech on why we should raise minimum wage in the state of Kentucky. So let's begin. Do you feel like you earn enough money from your workplace to support yourself or your family? Do you feel fairly compensated for the work that you do, or do you feel like you deserve more? Minimum wage in the state of Kentucky is $7.25, an amount that has been raised since 2009. That's 16 years of no change. Though the economy has changed dramatically since 2009, minimum wage has not been raised to cater to these changes. Someone working a full-time minimum wage job will only bring home approximately $15,000 per year. To put that in perspective, the estimated yearly cost of living in Kentucky for one person is $40,800 according to the Bureau of Economic Analysis. Minimum wage in Kentucky needs to be raised immediately for the good of all of its citizens. Increasing minimum wage will help meet the standard of living, reduce income inequality, and boost Kentucky's economy. Kentucky will become a better state because of it. According to the Consumer Healthcare Experience State Survey, also known as CHESS, an alarming 72% of Kentuckians reported one or more healthcare affordability problems. Roughly 15% of households are food insecure, accounting for 22% of children in the state. Higher minimum wage will help struggling Kentuckians better meet the standard of living. It isn't 2009 anymore. With inflation consistently rising, basic goods and services have gone up tremendously in price. Everyday items like groceries and gas have become hard to afford for lower income households. Costs continue to skyrocket as pay flatlines. Higher minimum wage can make these necessities, as well as healthcare and education, more attainable for the average employee. It would provide greater housing stability, food security, and less financial stress for the people of our state. Kentucky is a very divided state with very divided cities. It experiences large wealth gaps created by income inequality. There are areas in Kentucky that are discriminated against or neglected depending on the average income in the area. For example, the east end of Louisville, Kentucky averages a higher income than the west end. Therefore, the west end is looked at as lesser because of its people's income struggles. Higher minimum wage will tighten this gap between the rich, middle class, and poor. If minimum wage workers can begin to make more money, they can better adapt to changing times. This promotes fairness and decreases reliance on government financial assistance such as Medicaid, food stamps, and low-income subsidized housing. Income inequality can lead to feelings of contempt and resentment towards others. This contributes to social unrest and at times crime. Higher wages will slow further income inequality and in turn replace these feelings of resentment with ones of unity. Perhaps one of the most important reasons why this change is necessary is for the sake of Kentucky's economy. If minimum wage is raised, Kentucky will see a surge of economic growth. When people have more spending money, they contribute more to local businesses and circulate more money within the state. With the newfound boost of demand, more jobs can be created, causing a domino effect of prosperous economic growth for our state. The state will see higher workforce participation, and it will also experience better employee retention because Kentucky would have more of a comparative advantage compared to states with much higher minimum wage, such as California. Also, higher wages mean higher income tax. This additional tax revenue can be used to improve our local infrastructure and support our small businesses. Even if you're not part of the groups directly affected by a change in minimum wage, you can still reap its benefits. This change will create a prosperous local economy that fosters a sense of shared respect and community. It will help solve problems faced by many, creating jobs and other opportunities for local success within our city and our state. Raising minimum wage is a necessity that should not be hindered. We deserve better from our government, and we deserve to have pride in where we are from. No place will ever be perfect, but we can do what we can to advocate for ourselves. I encourage all of you to take a stand for this cause, no matter how big or small the action. We can make a difference by working together. Thank you.